the class of 2014. Over the past few months, many of you came to visit Ann Arbor to be introduced to the University of Michigan. During this venture, Michigan students gave you a tour of some of the staples of Michigan's campus: the Diet, the Michigan Union, the Lockwad, Angel Hall, and others. While some of you might have admired these things, and others may have overlooked them, deep within these buildings, monuments, and even trees, there is something you just might have felt. This, my friends, was the Michigan spirit. Like the monuments that comprise our nation's capital, the buildings and the arenas on the campus are the relics through which the life and spirit of Michigan tradition lives on. Specifically crafted by a history of 193 years worth of students eager to tackle the rest of their lives. In the walls of Angel Hall, the grass of El Bell Field, and the air of Yost Ice Arena, each part of campus resonates for each incoming generation of Michigan men and women, a subtle but powerful gift from the Wolverines that came before them. These places, if you let them in the next 4 years, will shape you forever. There's one piece of advice that I can tell you now, before you embark on your next 4 years, is that your time here in Ann Arbor is as much about your own self-discovery as it is your academic career. Getting that A in the class is important, but it isn't nearly as important as what that course can teach you about your relationship with the world. A Wolverine never just learns something. They challenge the world around them to reflect what they've learned. Make sure you get involved on campus. This year, the Michigan Student Assembly is launching the Get Involved campaign, a campus-wide initiative to ensure that all of you get involved in the over 1,000 student organizations that Michigan has to offer. Members of your student government will be out in the Diet and in your residence halls with this month explaining the benefits of campus involvement. Getting involved on campus is your chance to make your mark and give future students a more enriching Michigan experience. These 4 years will go quick. So get started now so you won't need to be kicking yourself senior year when you wonder what happened. Some of the greatest minds that walked through these walls didn't know a single thing about what they wanted to do 5 years out of college. But by getting involved, meeting new people, and challenging themselves, they learned who and what they wanted to be. While you're here, you have the chance to research with internationally renowned scholars in every field. Go to lectures and dialogues with activists who've led entire movements from every creed and political perspective. And go to class alongside the best and brightest athletes that this nation has to offer. Michigan is truly the most diverse massive community you will ever find anywhere in the world. Which means you have the chance to learn as much about yourself as someone who comes from a completely separate background as you. Whether you're gay, straight, Black, Indian, Asian, or white, Michigan gives you an opportunity to find yourself, as well as challenge your perceptions of who you are. The conversations you'll have in the classroom, your diet, or down the hall from your dorm room at 2 a.m. will be moments you carry out with you long after you graduate. You just have to seek them out. My grandfather was a Michigan grad, and if there was one thing that he repeated throughout his life, it was the fact that Michigan is the greatest place on earth. On his wall hung icons of where he spent 6 years of his short life. Drawings of Angel Hall, the President's Mansion, and the Engineering Arch, where, as Michigan legend has it, if you kiss a friend underneath it, you might just have to spend the rest of your life with them. These pictures stood not as memories of his years in Ann Arbor, since the memories of the time he spent here were with friends, family, loved ones, and even enemies, were potent enough to last his entire life. Rather, these sketches were just reminders. They were reminders of the spirit and strength Michigan imbued, the skills and knowledge this place would give him moving forward, and the lifelong commitment he would always have to this university. I hope when you leave here in 2014, you will feel the exact same way. Good luck on your next 4 years, and remember, you're a Wolverine now, so don't ever forget to go blue.